The month of February is coming to a close, and we are at the end of our grocery challenge. What grocery challenge? Well, I challenged myself to spend no more than $100 to feed my family of 4 for the entire month of February. So the questions I'd like to answer today are, did I make it? Do I have any money left over? How did my family feel about this challenge? And do I want to do it again?
No.
Hey, I'm Hope from Under the Median. Welcome to Frugal Friday Tips. Every Friday, this channel is all about practical strategies for quick, easy wins when it comes to money. All this month, we have been focusing on our grocery bill. So toward the beginning of February, I was challenged by Frugal Joe and Money Mom to participate with them in their $100 grocery challenge. So the whole idea is all three of us are feeding our families this month for no more than $100 spent at the grocery store during the entire month. Hey, if this is your first time joining me on this channel, I'm Hope from Under the Median. My husband and I raised our 4 sons debt-free on an income which was consistently under the U.S. national average income, including paying cash for our home when our income averaged about $40,000 a year at that time. If you want to learn more about living with a spirit of joy and abundance on a budget, then you are in the right place. Now, back to information about this grocery challenge. What we're going to do on this video is I'm going to show you this week's Markdown grocery haul from Kroger. And then my husband Larry, who has been behind the camera the last couple of weeks, is going to come out and join me. And we're going to talk about the whole grocery challenge, what we learned, and whether we want to try to do it again. Hey, let's take a look at the markdowns I got at Kroger this week. Actually, I just went this morning and I found some great deals and I could not wait to get home to share them with you. Let's start out with this shredded iceberg lettuce. 49 cents each, and I walked away with 8 of them. Yes, there are some serious salads in our future. Then I found these Baby Bellas. 8 ounces. These are, I think, organic. Yep, organic Baby Bellas, 8 ounces of them, 99 cents each. I got 4 of them. And then finally, I was almost out of plant-based milk. We're a vegan family, so you won't see anything that I buy containing any animal products. And I was excited to find the Chobani zero sugar plain plant-based non-dairy milk for $1.99. What did all of this cost me? $10.21, including tax. Now, did I make it to the end of the month within the parameters of the challenge? Let me remind you once again what the challenge was. Frugal Joe and Money Mom challenged me to join them in their quest to feed families for just $100 a month. So all three of us have fed our families during the month of February for no more than $100 out of pocket spent at the grocery store. So the question is, did I make it? And the answer is, yes, I did. I spent just $90.27 during the month of February, which leaves me with $9.63 to blow sometime between now and the end of February. So I don't know if you've got any fun ideas as to what I should spend that money on, just let me know. So I am curious, before my husband comes on camera with me, which he's going to do in just a sec, and we're actually going to dialogue together about the whole experience of really drastically reducing our grocery bills just for the month of February, about what the experience was like, what we liked about it, what we really found very challenging about it. I would love to know. Tell me in the comments, have you ever done this? Have you really reduced your grocery spending for 30 days at a time? Have you done it for longer than that? And what was it like? What were the things that you thought, well, this was a very positive experience from this, and this was really, it was very challenging for me to do it because of these reasons. So tell me in the comments whether you've done it and whether you would do it again, because I'm kind of thinking about whether I want to or not. So hang on just a sec. We're going to reset the camera and Larry's going to join me. Okay, guys, let's dish to one another about what this experience was like. Larry and I have not discussed what we liked and what we didn't like about the whole experience of the grocery store challenge. So I'm a little bit scared because I have no idea what he's going to say. So I'm just letting you know up front, I have no idea what he's going to say. So let's start with the positives. Larry, what was like a positive thing you saw from this experience of me spending just $100 at the grocery store?
Well, it's always good to meet what seems to be an impossible goal to me. I didn't think we could do it, but we met a goal, so that's a good thing.
That is fun. Yeah. And we've met a lot of goals together in 32 years. So yeah, meeting a goal, that's an awesome one. Mm-hmm. Okay, so the first thing that I really liked about it was that it forced us to find out what we had in the pantry and in the freezer.
Right.
Because it seems to me that about a week into it, I think that was where we did the video and we had no idea what was in the freezer. and we were like, oh, maybe we should find out what's in the freezer. Well, we started digging in there, and guys, there was like a lot of stuff in that freezer that I had not a clue was in that freezer. So I think that was actually a really good thing for me to realize I don't have to go to the store as often as I think I do.
So it kind of helped you make an inventory of what you had and then use up the resources that we already had in the house.
Yeah, that was excellent. All right, now, what was another positive? We're just doing positives right now.
It caused us to work closer together on reaching the goal. So we worked hand in hand when it came to going to the grocery store. I manned the calculator and did the countdown while Hope picked out the items very selectively.
Okay, and that very selectively. So we're just going to slide. We're going to use that as a segue and slide right into something that was maybe not within our comfort zone. And that was that whole thing of having weird conversations at the grocery store. Like, I don't know, can we afford another loaf of bread? That was frustrating.
Well, yeah, and the fact that, of course, you make bread and you got all the makings in the house for it kind of helped that decision. It became an instant, no, we don't need bread because you can do that. But when it came to picking out items, I think you had to be a lot more selective and decide, if I get this, can I use this month? Do I need it? And it really helped you evaluate the need factor a lot more. Yeah. So we didn't buy anything that was unnecessary.
The other thing that I think was kind of a down part of this whole thing was the fact that about 3/4 of the way through, it wasn't that I threw up my hands and just said, I'm just done. I didn't do that, but I started relying really heavily on items that I knew I had in the house, and I felt like, I don't know if you felt like I began repeating meals, but I felt like I began repeating meals every week.
I like what you cook, so I didn't really notice that much. She's a good cook. Whenever we do a challenge like this, the only downside for me is that I feel like, and I've never had one on, but I feel like I'm operating inside of a straitjacket. It's so confining, and it can be just. You lose the freedom of being able to just maybe spontaneously buy something, and which, of course, I like to do. So it takes all that spontaneity out of it.
And so the best part about it, I think it was that it honestly, I think, did show both of us that maybe we are spending some money at the grocery store that doesn't need to be spent.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe there is some, freedom. We're spending money because we feel like we're free to do so.
Right.
And maybe if you're really working together as a couple to reach a great big goal, take a hard look at your grocery budget because it kind of showed us that maybe we really could cut that grocery budget back if we felt like we really, really needed to.
I think the grocery budget is the prime area that it's easy to burn unnecessary expenditures. And so when you kind of put a lid on it, a really tight lid, it does make you consider everything that you're buying. You take a second and a third look at it. So it makes you look very intensely at what you're doing.
And there's value in that. There really is value in that. And so that brings us to our final point. There have been a lot of goals that we have worked together toward in 32 years. And there have been these moments of discomfort. So one of the things that we have learned is you've got to keep your eye on the prize. You got to know where you're heading. You got to know where you're at on the trajectory so you know how close you are to that goal. And then finally, you have got to find some moments of joy in the process. For us, that joy came when we walked into like Kroger and found some markdowns that were like, woohoo. Then that was like amazing for us. And all of a sudden, we were incredibly grateful for those things we were finding that just hit the right spot, and it was exactly what we needed.
And in the middle of the whole process, we were still able to celebrate one of our son's birthdays. So we had the whole family together, and Hope provided a really nice lentil soup meal. It was very good.
And homemade bread.
Happens to be
There's that homemade bread coming back again.
That's right, homemade biscuits. And a cake. He made an applesauce cake. It was very good. So we still managed to do something kind of fun during all that time.
I know some of you are striving toward goals that are going to take you a lot longer than 30 days, but we just really wanted to give you some strategies for when you're trying to reach a goal. These are the things that are going to help you keep moving forward. And one of those things is finding those bright spots and those moments of joy. And one of the things that did happen because of this challenge that we haven't mentioned yet, it spawned a new series that we are going to begin on Frugal Friday Tips. We realized that we were pretty heavily leaning toward our freezer and our pantry. And so some of you, maybe in the last few months, because of maybe, lack of things to even buy on the shelves, have also sort of used up some of those items in your pantry, and now your pantry is looking a little bare. So we decided to embark on a 3-part series to help you restock your pantry. And we're going to talk about what items you need to have in your pantry, how you can find money to restock your pantry when you just don't have a whole lot of extra money available in your grocery budget to do that. And we're going to talk to you about if you're living in a really small space and you need to find areas to like stash extra stocked up goods. We're going to give you some tips and strategies for doing that as well. So be looking for that coming up in the next few weeks on Frugal Friday Tips. Hey, if you haven't subscribed to us yet, the best way to make sure that you're aware when these videos come out every Friday is to make sure you subscribe and hit the bell, because then that's going to let you know that a new Frugal Friday Tips has come out. And we also have a regular video every Monday where we go into a little more depth about reaching goals together as a couple and living with a spirit of joy and abundance. So we will see you on Monday. And we are at the end of our $100 monthly grocery whether I actually made it to the end of the month without overspending my $100 grocery budget. My grocery budget. Now, did I just repeat myself? Did I just repeat myself?
No.
Did we already have that on the tape?
No.
We didn't?
No.
I'm Hope, and under the median is my husband. Oh, shoot. What am I doing? Larry, what was like a positive thing you saw from this experience of me spending just $100 at the grocery store?
When it was over.